Years ago, Singapore and Malaysia were covered in jungle. Today, where once there were tigers, now there are tiger economies. But in the shadow of these skyscrapers, bankers consult fortune tellers and men with mobile phones sip ceremonial tea. Temples thrive, and even the new glass and concrete has an oriental soul. This journey through the heart of Southeast Asia is a story of islands. Starting in Singapore, a nation swept by tidal waves of change. We cross to Bintan, a little-known isle where luxury resorts are just emerging from the jungle. Then catch the Eastern and Oriental Express up the Malay Peninsula to Penang for a taste of Malaysian culture. Finally, skimming north across the Andaman Sea, we reach the legendary tropical paradise of Langkawi. It's all ahead of us, on the horizon. For centuries, traders and travellers have wound their way through the archipelagos and peninsulas of Southeast Asia. For modern-day explorers, the ideal place to start is Singapore. Lying just north of the equator, the island nation of Singapore is only 26 miles wide and 14 long, but its strategic location puts it at the hub of Asia's giant trading wheel, making it a powerful force in the region. Still beneath the booming skyscrapers, it retains a distinctly oriental tranquility. Singapura means Lion City, a name given to it by a shipwrecked Malay prince who encountered what he thought was a lion as he staggered ashore. But today's Singapore has its foundations in a more recent arrival. When British trader Stamford Raffles landed in 1819, the island was little more than a haven for pirates. Recognising Singapore's potential, the British soon established themselves with some style. The Green Padang was the centre of colonial life, but also witnessed its last days. In 1942, the Japanese assembled the British here before marching them off to Changi Prison. A few of the colonial haunts remain, notably the Raffles Hotel, a byword for elegance favoured by British writers like Somerset Maugham and Rudyard Kipling. Many a story was told at the hotel's long bar over a Singapore sling, and the Raffles barmen still shake the best in the world. If the Raffles is a grand old lady of the hotel world, nearby is a fashionable new model. The Marina Mandarin has one of Singapore's finest atriums. A giant mobile dangles in the chasm of this huge cathedral-like lobby. Orchard Road is the place to be chic and be seen. Described at the turn of the century as a country lane lined with bamboo hedges, it has since swapped the shrubbery for endless malls, and shopping has become a national pastime. That's nice. Like the hotels, the shopping centres are state-of-the-art, stocked with the latest in designer names. Fashion and design are high priorities in the new Singapore. But underpinning these dramatic buildings are surprisingly traditional beliefs. Can you explain to me exactly what is feng shui?
Feng shui is a Chinese word, but actually in English called Germancy. It's air and water, mean heaven and earth. And actually this is a location where you're going to select a place to build your building, north, south, east, west.
Tai Thong is a feng shui expert. He advises clients on the oriental harmony of their homes and offices.
Example, you got half feet of toilet, this is your main door and a toilet right there, and your toilet bowl is open after use. And most of the people will never use after you cover the toilet bowl. That's very bad because your bad feng shui, the money coming in here, it go down the drain.
If feng shui is observed, prosperity should follow. Mr. Tai was recently called in to work on Commercial Union House.
Some shop houses have been taken away and bring them good luck. Otherwise, they're blocking all the goodness to coming in. Money coming in very smoothly all the time to Commercial Union House.
The high-rise business district dwarfs the low-rise shop houses of Chinatown, but both have the same roots. 3/4 of Singapore's 2.5 million people are Chinese, and their beliefs run deep. The Tien Hock Keng Temple of Heavenly Happiness is on Telok Street. It's Singapore's oldest and most colourful temple, completed in 1842 without using a single nail. Back then, Telok Street was on the waterfront. With many settlers arriving by sea, it was the ideal place to give thanks to the protector of sailors, Macho Po. But the traditions of Chinatown are not just in its temples. Tea drinking, too, is a serious business. In the Cha Chang Tea House, Li Eng introduced me to some of the finer points.
Can I smell this? Yes. We Chinese, we say tea tasting, there are 4 steps. The first, we appreciate the color. And secondly, we appreciate the fragrance. Then the third, we say we taste. We don't say we are drinking, we say we are tasting. We lady, we close the mouth. For gentlemen, they're doing. I had my mouth closed.
Authors may gather over a Singapore sling at the raffles, but at this tea house, you can practice calligraphy and turn your writing into a graceful art.
And the other one.
Yours looks much nicer than mine. Okay.
Lions do still roam through Singapore, but only on ceremonial occasions. Inside the costume are 2 athletic lion impersonators. Coordinating the frantic dance needs careful rehearsal. Nightfall brings with it a unique chance to get close to real wildlife. Only minutes from the bright lights of downtown, 1,000 creatures are on the move in the cool of the dark. Not far from where the lion dances, the tiger tucks into his dinner. The Singapore Zoo's night safari is the first of its type in the world. A tram transports you through the rainforest habitat under moon glow lighting. The Indonesian Rau Islands begin a short boat ride south of Singapore. The ferry from Tanah Merah Terminal will have you on shore on Pulau Bintan or Star Island in just 45 minutes. Bintan is 3 times the size of Singapore. Once home to a few scattered fishing villages, it's now beginning to benefit from its neighbours' glow of prosperity. Here, blue-chip companies from Singapore and Indonesia have collaborated to create an elegant island retreat. The Hotel Sedona Bintan Lagoon is leading the way in this emerging tropical paradise. The resort is still surrounded by untouched scrub and thick jungle. The native population of Bintan is so small that the beaches are pristine and deserted. This is the Asia of Raffles Day, magnificent and unspoilt. And once you've done enough quiet contemplating on the beach, there are plenty of other ways to unwind from late nights in the office. After the break, On the Horizon travels to Penang aboard the Eastern and Oriental Express.